compete. Now it's Deeds again from deep in the mid-range. Ball gets back to compete. Now it's Deeds again from deep in the mid-range. Ball gets back to compete. Now it's Deeds again from deep in the mid-range. Ball gets back to compete. Now it's Deeds again from deep in the mid-range. Ball gets back to compete. Now it's Deeds again from deep in the mid-range. Ball gets back to compete. Now it's Deeds again from deep in the mid-range. Ball gets back to compete. Now it's Deeds again from deep in the mid-range.
Rooks was game 6 straight, did not play last year.
Jazz game to kick off quarter number 2, and they're able to take off here.
All right, just as a heads up for everyone here, just having some technical difficulties over on trying to get the game set up. So what we're going to do, if I can get this switched over without looking too botched, is get over to... Oh, hold on. I was going to go over to the Bucks-Mavs game, but let's see if they maybe got it resolved here. In the meantime, we'll pop over. Don't want everyone just sitting here doing a whole lot of nothing. See if I can get this set up right. All right, let's do this. Oh, you know what? Let me... Fine, there we go. All right. Had to get it a new stream set up here, but move it on down. And maybe get it resized so we're not looking too botched. Sorry about any technical difficulties here. First stream of the season, you know, it can't run smoothly. That would just be too much to ask for. All right. All right. It's not too bad now. We'll watch a little bit of some of the competition here that the Jazz will be facing. You see Johnny Red, former champ, along with Dawsix, Dimes. This Bucks team, very scary. But they're with a Mavs team who, apologies, was not too good just recently, but they brought in Day Fry. I mean, the guy's done just about everything in the league when you talk about winning MVPs, winning depoys, winning championships. He was a coach, and now he's coming to Dallas, back where he was earlier in his career. We'll see what he can do. He won threes, but he was at guard. Now they bring in Fanta, who's a three specialist. Did not go, his first in the league did not go too well. But we'll see how it goes now. 20-17, a big shot there. Demon, the Warriors game has not started. I'm keeping an eye on it, but it has not started. They're having some technical difficulties over on their side. So we're waiting to, well, that one is trying to get that sorted out. Well, they're trying to get it sorted out. We're just watching some other 2K League action here. See the Bucks here going for the win with the dime slam off of Dawsix. And that will be game one for them. These threes games go fast. You saw that was a shootout there. Not too many missed shots, not too many stops from either side. Yeah, for sure, Demon. As soon as that one starts, we're heading right on over. I'm going to go back, just double check. But I don't believe it is up yet. Might pause it for one moment. Let's see. No, not up yet. Still waiting. They're just trying to get it sorted out. All right. But we get to see, it's nice, you know, especially with how the league schedule is set up. You're not going to get a chance to see every team if you're just following the Jazz or you know, any team. If you have a favorite team, they're mainly playing in conference or where teams are, where you're near geographically. So these are teams that, you know, you probably would not get a chance to see throughout the season unless it came, their paths crossed during tournament play of some kind. Not going to see them in group play. So it's interesting to get a look at some of these teams, especially early in the season. Saw Bucks and Mavs right before this. Now we're seeing Greens, who is the guard phenom, with Streets and Steez. Steez, the ultimate veteran, but Streets, not a young man himself. We're getting a look over here at the Bucks. They made some moves in the offseason. They got rid of Cooks, handed the keys to Johnny Red. Dime's still there. They bring over CP. I mean, to move on from Cooks, you bring in CP and Dimes. We'll see how that all meshes. There were maybe some questions whose team it was, whether they were giving it to Johnny, to Cooks. Dawsix obviously won the gold in the Olympics with Johnny. But now we see where they landed at. And they bring over CP and Dimes from the Grizz. And hopefully they're building a championship contender. At least that's what they're hoping. Nice slip pop there from Streets. Not able to get it to go. Greens lets a quick one go. Contested. No good. Nets still holding the lead, though. Bait pick here. Pump faking. Looking to get it back to Duck. Duck is the ultimate veteran of the league. He won Most Improved in like Season 3 on the Knicks. Something like that. And he's like a Mike Conley to me. I mean, he's not flashy, but he's going to come out, get you some points, get you some assists, and he doesn't too often make the wrong plays. We saw the turnover there last time. Is that shot going to be open? No. Very contested. I didn't think it was going to be open. Let me just turn this down for a second. As much as I love Dirk and JT, a little bit loud. Let me double check the Jazz game again. We're still struggling over there. Let me just check over here. Don't want to miss any Jazz action. That's what we're ultimately here for. We see the Nets and Hawks. That's the game we're on. All right, give me 1 second here. All right, we are back. Just getting some intel on the Jazz game. It should be up in just a couple minutes here. You know, the new league build every year, getting a whole new game out, getting all the, you know, the players in, the rosters in, everybody downloaded. Now it's remote as well. Just a lot of moving parts, so first night of the season, tough to get everything moving smoothly, but we do see a couple different games going on here as we're flipping in between, going back to Mavs versus Bucks. Now, the guy that to look for, I mean, everybody's eyes are on Dayfry, but the guy I'm looking at is Fanta, who was with the Raptors, drafted as mainly a threes guy. He's a stage player in retail, but did not have a great go first time in the league. Mavs looking to bring him back here, hopefully compete in threes with Dayfry as the veteran leader, a threes champion himself, hoping maybe he can guide him into playing a more controlled game. Last time he was with the Raptors, he's just a bit all over the place, taking risky shots. That's the opposite how Dayfry played and the Wizards played when they won, where it was defense, taking what they give you, you know, taking twos, only the best shots, getting stops. That's not really Fanta's game. He likes to launch threes and take some 50-50s, although he doesn't take that one. Looking for Dayfry on the wrap-up. Back down to Jars for two. There we go. Maybe this is a whole new Fanta we have. And the Warriors-Jazz game, you see, has started. So let me find what stream it's on. It's going to go dark for a second while I'm just finding this one. It's somewhere in here. There it is. All right, so it's going to be... See if I can find it. I'm going to have to pause these other ones. Just give me one moment here. We're flipping through. Okay. Let's see if I can find this. Alrighty. Can I get it to work out here? I want to make sure I have all these other ones paused. Sorry for the technical difficulties once again. There we go. Now hopefully, still lagging a bit, and I don't know if that's on my side. It looks like it's on their side. But it says it's playing. I mean, we're working out about 5 frames a second, so if you like stop motion, maybe this is the stream for you. Let me make sure everything is resized correctly in the meantime. They're just trying to keep the Jazz Gaming broadcast away from us. Like I said, I like these other teams, but we're here for the Jazz. This shot could go or could not go. We're watching it frame by frame as it gets closer and closer to the rim. Now we're resetting again. All right, let me make sure. Let me do everything I can over here to try to make sure it's not on my side. Let's get out of here. Let's get these other ones closed out. Still having our issues though. Let me pull it up on my phone, see if it is just something on my computer that's going off. Which one is this? Alt 2. Yeah, it's working over there. All right, we're gonna do a. We're just gonna send you back to the. Oh, you know what? Actually, I lied. Let me move on over. It's gonna send you back to the main screen, but it looks like this is only on my side at the moment. Only on my computer, that is. So let's get over to here, over to here. We're moving quickly now. It's loading. We unfortunately missed a good chunk of this game simply through the technical difficulties. Now let's get the pop-out player. Okay. There we go. There we go. And we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to hop in late here in a 17-13 game. The Jazz are up. Now Forgive Justin takes a tough one. No good. See, this Warriors team is pesky, but not always in threes as they take a quick 2 there to cut it to 15-17. Warriors are the reigning champions. Team that's so-so in threes. Interested to see how it goes here. Kaze with a big-time shot. That guy is a sharp shooter. When you talk about most feared lockdowns in the league, it's Kaze's name that comes up time and time and time again. And it's for good reason. There's just one guy that you cannot leave on the court. The Warriors elect to take a 2. They're in a really tough spot here as Forgive Justin pops his badge. He's going to have his sharpshooting badge. Kaze here setting the screen, putting CB13 in the back end. They're going to make CB13 play some defense. They throw it at him. Kaze, ill-advised layup, gets punched away. CB13 down to Nay. And they slow it up, and CB has badge of his own. And Kaze make up for it with the defensive stop. Forgive Justin steps. They're going to elect to give up the 2 again. Not a bad play. Court take there by Kaze, but Jazz still in control of this game. A 2-pointer ends it. Justin blows right by Nay. Goes for the crab. Can't secure it. Behind the back, they're letting him ISO. Going to the rim. Miami wide open for the game, and it's good. And the Jazz take game 1. 23-19. ECCs was the man of the hour for the Warriors over there with 13 points. But the Jazz ultimately come away with the victory here. You saw some nice plays, and what it appeared to be, what we were able to see was the Jazz getting control of the game early, and then that allows you to play very comfortable. You can give up some 2s. You know, it's dangerous in the 2K League, in 3s especially, when you have to get a 3 and the other team knows that because they're just guarding the perimeter. And you saw that there with the Jazz when they allowed C's to get those 2 dunks, knowing that they still could get a 2 at any time and end the game. They ultimately elected for a 3 because that's what the Warriors gave up. Yeah, what a play from Justin. What a game from Justin. We saw a few different looks in the short little bit we were able to see, where you had Kaze setting the screen and you saw Justin going 5 out, isolating. And if the Jazz are able to do that in threes, this is a dangerous team. Most teams you're going to see are going to have the lockdown, set the screens, because it forces the opposing team's point guard to have to play defense, and they don't have a lot of defense on their build, and they're pretty small. But if you have a guy who's hot, like Justin was there with badge, you saw them the play before, had Kaze set the screen, didn't get the look they wanted, and it seems like Justin probably called his number and said, you know what? I'm going to take the game into my hands. I have badge. I believe I can make a play, and he ultimately did. He got to the rim, forced the help, and it got Miami a wide open 3 there to game him. So a great look there. And a great first game for the Jazz, as you see him pull away 1-0. Now coming into game 2, we'll see what they can do here. There you see that, the build. Get a little sneak peek at it. 6'3", 170. So, you know, people always laugh at guys like Trae Young and how they get targeted. That's what happens here in the 2K League as well. When it comes to threes, it's forcing that point guard to play defense all game long and run the offense, and it's just difficult. You have to have the point guard on the lock. They can't guard the power forward, and even if they did, it'd be the same thing with the power forward coming up to set screens then. So it's so important to have a good point guard in threes that can play both ways, just simply because of how the game mode is played, the meta right now for the league build. Quickly starting back up here. That was a big-time shot by Miami to steal game 1. If he misses that one, it gets a lot scarier, as the Warriors would have had a chance to go down and end it themselves. Now CB getting bumped early by Kaze, who really put himself on the map last year. Despite the Jazz having a so-so season, Kaze was a real bright point for them alongside Rhea. I mean, he's just a guy that wreaks havoc on both ends. He's somebody that you have to game plan for because of his play. When you're thinking of him, think of somebody like a Mikal Bridges or somebody. A CB snatches some ankles in the corner. Miami gets caught leaning. That's a 3 there. You're talking about an offensive lockdown. That's not to knock his defense. It's just to credit his offense and what he's able to do as a shooter. Has so much gravity off ball. They're going to get it to Justin. They do have CB on Miami here, and instantly you see Miami setting the screens, but it's going to be poked away, and CB gets a quick 2. Now that's 5 for him. Good steal there by Ney. You see, no matter who it is, it's going to be CB13 having to play defense almost every time, and there's Miami coming up again. They send Kaze on a cut. Kaze back out to Miami. Didn't like his look. Now to Kaze, open, off the load up. And he knocks it down. It doesn't matter the animation, where he's shooting from. The guy's just a threat. That time was facing the wrong way when he caught it. Turned around. They call that a windup and still knocked it down. CB going to take another quick 2. No, Miami fouls him. Tough contest there at the rim. Now to C's. C's with the poor shot inside. That's Miami getting the rebound, getting it to Justin quickly. They throw it all the way up to Kaze. I don't know if these threes courts are quite 94 feet, but however large they are, that was a full court pass. That's good on Justin for keeping his head up. Seeing Kaze all the way down court, that's great chemistry shown there. Now, can the Jazz get a pivotal stop here? It's always nice to be playing from in front. In threes, snatchback CB13, no good. That is going to be pulled down by the Jazz. Miami with a quick 3. No good. Now it's CB again. Jazz had a chance there to get ahead. It's going to be a foul on Kaze. That's, I believe, his second. You don't have to worry too much about fouls and threes. The games aren't long enough, and there's a lot of switching going on. So he's probably thought about pulling that one. Justin almost gets the blitz, and Kaze almost gets the steal. But it's ultimately going to lead to a Warriors bucket. Now it's Justin working back over the middle off of Miami screen. They're going to have Miami try to bully CB. Did he get him? Didn't feel comfortable with it. Justin taking the wide angle. Corner three. Nice. And they were looking at Justin there to cut inside, kind of curl. That's what the Warriors were thinking. He drags it all the way outside for a corner three, and it's good. Nay, bring it back out. They got some paint penetration there, but didn't get the look they wanted. Now it's point guard on point guard action. Miami. Back to CB over the top. CB cutting, gets Miami moving. Sees in the corner. Three is good. Warriors go up 2, 8-10. It's a great move there by CB. I think the first time he drove, he saw how Miami was playing it, saw that he was going to help. And that's an unfortunate play there. Is just an errant pass. Not really user error. It's just something that happens in 2K from time to time where... Is that a snatch block from the Jazz? To finish my last thought, where the ball just goes not where the player is at all, and then I think that was a snatch block on CB's standing dunk. What a play there. As Forgive Justin tries to get a quick three up, no good. Out to CB. Not a great look there from Justin, and then he gets dunked on the other side. This is a huge possession for the Jazz. You don't want to fall down 6 or 7 points here. Gotta stay in this game. Justin almost gets it poked away by Nay. Now going to the rim, looking for Miami. Still has CB on him. Get it back to Justin. 10 seconds. Get it to Kaze. You see C's all over him. C's not giving him an inch of room, knowing that he's their target man. 3 seconds. Back to Kaze. Pull up. This should be a board for the Jazz. No, Nay comes down and snags it. Now looking for C's to dunk on Justin again, and he does. That will get CB13 his sharpshooting takeover. Dangerous spot here for the Jazz. Offense has stalled out. Justin over to Miami, had the shot, but he pump fakes it. Will he get to the rim? He's not able to. Kaze finds Justin in the corner. Corner three again, same spot. No good this time. And if you think 5s is a game of runs, 3s is even more so. As you see just a few possessions there from the Warriors really put this game in their favor. CB all the way at the rim. Gets it over to C's. Now C's wiggles, had the dunk. CB's going to have to throw up a tough shot. Does have badge. Not able to get it to go, though. And it pops out. Thought C's maybe was able to get that one, but he steals it away. Corner three. And that's going to just about put a bow on this one. The ball popped out on the dunk. Fell right back into the Warriors' hands. They get a corner three out of it. They throw it full court to Miami. It would be quite a comeback here, coming back from down 7. Warriors have the ball. Kaze trying to put pressure and force turnovers. Nay's going to punch it home, and the Warriors are looking to just take their 2s and salt this one away. See if Justin can find something. The offense was not there this game. They missed a couple opens. Miami missed one. Justin missed one in the corner, but they weren't getting great looks all the time, and that's what Kaze is right there. 5% contest. Dex is off ball. He looks like he's going to come up to the wing. Dex is back to the corner and knocks it down as Miami with a big block there. A 3 here would really put some pressure on the Warriors. Jazz elect to take the 2. It's not over. You're looking for 2 consecutive stops, though. If you're the Jazz, you need 2 stops. It's not going to be easy to do when CB has his sharpshooting takeover. They're going to try to attack Justin. They don't like it. Back to CB. Working off the screen. Gets an opening. And that does it for game 2. A great game from CB. The 3 for 6 is not exactly fair to him. As you saw, he had to shoot a couple grenades. But 8 points, 5 assists. Nice game there from CB in game 2. Justin was not able to get it going in this one. He had a couple ill-advised, contested shots at real swing points of the game, and that's what did it. When the Jazz were right there, and you're talking the scores 12-10, 10-10, and you miss a couple shots. That's all it takes to really have a game get away from you in threes, and it's tough to make comebacks in threes. When a team is ahead, they can afford to take twos, and it's just tough to get those threes when they're running you off the line. You're gonna see him maybe going back here and looking at the game. How's it going, G-Man? The series is 1-1 now. Assuming we didn't miss any games, they had some technical difficulties at the start. I believe we saw game 1, which the Jazz won, and that was just game 2. So, if we didn't miss any on the front end, which I don't believe so, Jazz took game 1, Warriors took game 2. Game here for the Jazz. Their offense was absolutely cooking early in game 1, which is what allowed them to be comfortable at the end of it taking twos, because the Warriors had to take risks, and you saw the same thing on the flip side when the Warriors got ahead in game 2. Thank you, G-Man. That's all right. I appreciate all the views. We like having anybody around, even if you're not going to type too much. It's all good. I do the same thing in a lot of streams. Yeah, getting ahead is just so important. And that's why in the mid-game, when you're talking about when each team has about 8 to 12 points, it's just about getting buckets. And if they're threes, that's great, and that can swing a game. But it's just about getting any points you can to stay close into the end game. Because the problem was the Jazz were neck and neck the whole way, and then it went from a 8-8 game, 8-10 game, to now it's 10-17, and you're just kind of out of it by the end of the game. And you see a great opening play there from the Jazz. They get the ball to Justin. They quickly run to the corner, and Miami gets a free three. I believe there is merchandise. I would have to look at the link for you, but the 2K League does sell 2K League merchandise where you can get some Jazz gaming stuff. You see a good three there from the Warriors. I like that opening play from the Jazz. You don't see a lot of plays in threes. You see plays like that where it's a Kaze backdoor cut. But you don't see a lot of, just multiple movements, multiple actions. It's just kind of pick and pops and backdoors, and that's a pick and pop right there as you see C's knocking it down. So anytime you see something, it's nice. Justin was about to get bumped out of bounds, had to throw a scary pass. Warriors tipping it away from themselves. They come up with it, though. Justin reaches a bit early on the cut. He saw it coming. He was in the right spot. It's so difficult to get those steals on point guards. He was just a hair early. Ney is just harassing him in the backcourt. They're going to have to try to make sure they keep somebody back. There they get a quick two. And this is what I'm talking about. It's so important to take what they give you in the mid-game so that the end game is anybody's. And Kaze pokes it away but isn't able to come up with it. There you see Kaze doing the same thing. I'm telling you, there's something different. Maybe just because there's less people, so there's not as much help. It's very difficult to get around on the threes court in the backcourt. Before you get up to half, once you get up to half, it feels like there's so much space. In the backcourt, these presses, especially right off of the inbounds, it's difficult to get your guy going as a guard. And we see it time and time again where teams are able to get steals, force turnovers right off the inbounds. And CB gets a three to go there. He's getting closer and closer to badge. 11-7. Ney reaches out of the play. Can the Jazz capitalize? Justin with the windmill reverse. Right over Ney. Greens the dunk stick. And it is 11-9 now. Big stop here for the Jazz. Can they get it? CB walks to the rim. Miscommunication. Kaze thought he was supposed to go to the pop. Justin thought he was supposed to go to the pop and left CB wide open under the rim. Now Justin going to take another dunk of his own. It gets punched away. I thought maybe it was going to be a foul. They're going to say clean. Unfortunate animation. We see Kaze harassing him, and that's going to be a steal for Miami. Quickly gets it up to Justin. Back to Miami, going to the rim. Miami two-hand flush. Maybe Justin was doing a little too much flash on the last one. You saw the windmill reverse 2 dunks ago, and then his last one gets punched away. They bait CB13 there. He thought Justin was going to go. He does not. And if the Jazz end up getting a stop, it's going to come back to that little movement there from Justin. Miami almost jumps the lane. CB walking, tired now. He can't get that shot off. 3 seconds. Nay fading away, tip board, Seas comes up with it, tries to dunk stick it home. That's the second time he's missed one of those. Those contested dunk sticks are very tough. That meter is minuscule. You see him miss another one there. Now Justin with badge, he loves that corner 3, but it's heavily contested that time. 42%, Nay's gonna try to get a quick dunk. Can't get it, tough catch. Justin getting a little over eager with his badge. CB going to the rim. He's going to tomahawk it home with the right hand. Now 15-11. Justin does have badge. Keena's turnover put him a little further away from it. He might not see it this game. If he does, it will be pretty late. Now Miami slip pop. Wing 3 is good. Big shot there by Miami. 15-14 game. Huge possession for the Jazz. CB crossing over, trying to snake the screen, gets the crab, doesn't want it though. And they find Miami moving in the corner, but they can't penalize it, and Kaze with a huge rebound. And Seas is gonna foul. What a pass by CB. But they cannot knock down the shot. That would have been a huge shot to put them at 18. Instead, it's the Jazz with the ball and a chance to take control of the game. Justin going to the rim. Gets punched away again. Had the open man in the corner. Thought he could get the dunk off. And the tomahawk, that was like the old Westbrook from last year, but it's not as OP as last year. And the Warriors get a 3 to go. 18-14 game. Justin has now had 2 dunks blocked. Miami quickly fades the screen. Another 3 is good. Now the Jazz have to make sure CB, he did ultimately get his badge late in the game as we predicted. They have to make sure they don't give up a 3 here. They throw it full court. Justin steals it. Now it's the Jazz going the other way. Justin backing up. Gets Seas jumping. Kaze back to him. Seas with only 1 adrenaline remaining. Maybe none. As that jump, he didn't quite get the chase down animation. Now let's Justin punch it home. Now the Jazz have to keep everybody off the line. They cannot give up a 3. See if the Warriors can generate anything here with badge. They're going to have Seas maybe try to shoot over. No, pass back over to Nay. 10 seconds. Jazz just giving up the 2. That's what you see a lot of teams do in this situation, especially when your point guard has badge. You want the game in your hands, or 3 ends it. You might see the Warriors do the exact same thing and just sacrifice it too. It's tough to guard these guys off ball, especially when you have a point guard that's forced to play this much defense. Justin, corner 3, wide open, good, and the Jazz take game 3. Big time comeback there by the Jazz. Justin had a couple questionable shots in the mid-game, but he came up huge for him late. He gets the full court steal. He knocks down the corner 3. He got Seas on skates and was able to get by and get a dunk. Nice plays there, and you can't look past what Miami did to keep him in it. He had a slip pop, he had a pick and fade, and he was just automatic on those shots this game. And it came down to just a couple shots each way. The Warriors missing that big-time corner 3 that I believe would have put him at 18 points as CB dotted the rotation. Big play there. You see the chats liking what they got from Justin. He's a hot and cold player. But, you know, he has a couple plays a game that just show it's in there. If he can just put it all together, play to play, he has the potential. You know, I think he finished that game 3 for 6. I didn't hate either of his takes that he had. Well, I guess I didn't like the second take that got blocked on the dunk. The first take looked great. They just caught up to him. The second one, he probably should have passed out to the corner. And then the third shot he missed was that heavily contested 3. It seems like he's good for one of those a game. It's just his play style. He's very aggressive in trying to get that 3 off. But what a comeback there for the Jazz. See him reviewing some game film here in between games, just quickly trying to find any little edge they can. As you see, they now go up 2-1. What a comeback. You know, so often in threes, we see the team that gets up in the mid-game is often able to hold on because they can take twos. But the Jazz got so many timely threes, and I don't know who was calling the plays, whether it was Justin or Miami calling his own number. But the 2 threes Miami hit in the mid-game to get them back in it they were so important, so key. And whoever was dialing that up, it could have even been comp. That was really the key to the game. And then you had Justin with the wherewithal to back out to the corner and get that 3 up. He had the dunk, and, you know, you could have given the ball back to the Warriors. The Jazz are up 1, but he backs it all the way out knowing he has badge and let it go there. He loves shooting those corner threes. 5 years following Jazz gaming. Wow. You don't see a lot of guards shoot corner threes. I'd like to see the shot maps for all the guards. But just in this series alone, Justin is probably at like 5 corner threes. It's just the nature of the game where you don't see guards end up in that spot a lot. But he does. Seems to be a spot he likes. He saw a few in the right corner, 1 in the left corner there to send him home. It seems to really work for that spot. Mostly it's over the top and at the wing, and you see Keena there had a dunk, tried to make the extra pass. It wasn't good. Keena working in the corner now, and they finally do get it to Ney. Is there a contest? No, but Ney misses it. Maybe he feared the contest, and the other thing you have to fear is if there is even a slight contest, the speed-ups and slowdowns that are in this game. Maybe what he was looking out for is he got it slightly early. They run a nice play there, and it's going to be an and one. Not that that matters in threes. As C's punches it home. Now you see Justin getting hounded by C's, and Ney is able to get out of there. Can he make it all the way to the rim? 360 slam for Justin. I mean, this guy is pulling out everything he has. I don't know if it's the best idea when you're trying to play for this much money, but wow, we saw the windmill. We saw the 360. I don't know what else he's going to have here. We saw the back scratcher get blocked earlier. CB pulls it back. 3-ball good. Warriors go up 5-2. Justin maybe could have gone to the rim again. He's going to settle. Now they get it to Kaze. Kaze with CB on him. Is he going to set a screen? No, they're having him isolate C's. C's pokes it away. Nice blitz there. CB looking for the 3. Not able to get it. C's. Back out to CB. Now Ney going to the rim layup. Miami almost got there, but he got the right animation, but the positioning was just a little off. He couldn't quite get around his body, and they aren't able to get the chase down. Justin going to Kaze. It's going to pull him into the mid-range, but you knew that was automatic when he caught it. I'll make it 4-7 here. Can Kaze and the Jazz get a stop? Kaze reaching. Wide open pop. Sees. Good. I'm not sure what the defensive game plan is. You see teams switch up so often. What they want to do. Miami, a big-time shot. Cannot answer. They give him a 5% contest. Thought he had the crab. That is a huge shot. A ballsy shot at that. Now C's thinking about pulling it. Elects not to. But yeah, teams run so many different defensive schemes when we're going to switch. When we're, going to stay. If we're going to have a rotation from the corner guy. Have him try to play two. All these different things. And the Jazz have just been caught not on the same page a few different times here in this game, and it's led to C's getting some great looks. Ney got a great look earlier as well. We see a fancy Euro step there. 6-point game. The Jazz really need a stop or two here to stay in it. Give themselves a chance late. Keena hits the wrong corner. Miami caught reaching with his back turned, and it's not going to be the stop they were looking for. 6-15 now. Another defensive miscue from the Jazz. Justin going to the rim, tries to lay it up, gets it punched away. That was by C's that time. Kaze is a lot of fun to watch. Justin thought he was going to go to his patented corner 3. Instead, he's going to take the 2. Now, you're in a real tough spot here if you're the Jazz. C's has play badge. CB has a sharp badge, and there he's going to be aggressive and let one go. No good. Far rebound. They're not out of it. We saw him come back already. There's the corner 3 from Justin. No good. 17% contest. See if they can get anything to build on, maybe, if nothing else. That was a big possession there after they got the stop, with Keenum missing off of his sharp badge. Now CB pulling back, throwing the cut. Almost gets stolen by Justin again. He reached, but it did not give him the steal. That's just the nature of these guards. Kaze back to Miami. Jazz maybe just trying to hang around to get some fast break points if they can get some stops. Not easy to do when you're when the opponent has double takeover. Big screen there. They get it to C's on the slip pop. Over to Nay in the corner. Nay over to CB. Has Justin on him. Gets a good look. Didn't want it. Wants the 3. Is it good? No. Can they get it to Justin? Big shot here. And it's good. Jazz have some life. This could be the pivotal stop of the game. Nay in the corner. And maybe that's the caster's jinx, the caster's curse. The easiest bucket the Warriors have gotten all series. Coming right there. Miami in the corner again. No good. 12%. You know, it feels like the Jazz have shot a few 50-50 shots this game. We saw Miami shoot the one on the break where he almost had the crab. We saw Justin shoot the one, and now a third one there. And all of them ended up on the wrong side of 50 where they all got contested. That's just the way the game goes sometimes when you're going to take those aggressive shots. I didn't mind either one of those shots for Miami. The crab was an aggressive one, but that's how he's feeling. Gotta let him play his game. Unfortunately, he didn't get either one to go, and Justin didn't get that corner 3 to go. They'll do a 13-23. Was that the final score of that one? So we will be headed to a game 5. Hopefully game 5. I hope we didn't miss a whole game. We'll see what we're looking at. C's had a great game there. I mean, that's a guy who just is the ultimate difference maker. He's not even a low-key guy. You know, when you talk about some power forwards can fly under the radar, I mean, he's somebody that pops out when you watch the Warriors, so they have a real gem in him. We saw him start off early with the Lakers. Did not look like a great player, and man, does he put it all together, become a back-to-back champion. 2 different franchises. Jazz here trying to put it all together. They're a team that's, if nothing else, always competitive in threes. Not a team that anybody wants to face. The next series after this one is Kingsguard. So I believe there's going to be a game 5 here. If we did not miss a game, the series after this will be versus the Kings. Let's just see. I want to see if the Kings are playing a series right now. They are versus the Lakers. If I'm seeing this correctly. What a series it has been between the Jazz and the Warriors. Warriors reigning champions. Could just be a simple ad break we're waiting for. In which case, I'm ready to get back into the action. I'm antsy. Jazz have been so good here to start, and you know, you never know how the team's gonna look when you have this much roster overhaul. And going back to a couple seasons ago when they had Splashy, who was, you know, one of the guys, one of the best guards in the league, one of the best players in the league. They lose him, and they've had to completely reform everything around their anchor and Rhea. Now we see this year they've built a threes team which does not see Rhea playing, and I think that speaks to the talent that they hold here. With, if nothing else, with their threes team, they have three great players in Miami, in Justin, in Kaze. Or somebody of Rhea's stature does not need to step onto the court, and that's not to say he won't play later in the season. We'll probably see him make some appearances here in threes. But just not for this series, not for this first one. Now, it looks like on the main broadcast they put up the Jazz game, so I'm going to have to hop over there. 2K League not making it easy on me. Hopping around all these different broadcasts.
In this one, I got so confused.
They're trying to throw me off here.
One of the docs that we had, it was misspelled between Kaze and it had Jaze in there. And I was like, please don't tell me Kaze.
Alright, let's get this up. Goodness gracious.
Yeah,
I mean, they really don't want us to see the Jazz, it feels like. Let's get this up and get back going here. Hopping around all sorts of different broadcasts. The Jazz, maybe I'm the curse. Maybe I'm the curse because we missed game one and it was a dominant showing for them. And now we're away from the game again. Oh, goodness. We can't catch a break here. I was away from the game one. We didn't see it. Trying to get everything set up. Where's the game at now? We see Alt 1 doesn't have it. Alt 2 doesn't have it. The league stream's showing the Kings. Alt 3 isn't live. They're hiding it from us. They're hiding game 5 from us. Trust me, I'm looking high and low. Back to the league broadcast, who's now showing. Let me just mute this as I'm flipping through streams. They're now showing Kings Lakers. The Alt 2 just says we'll be right back. The Alt 1 says we'll be right back. Oh no. They don't want us to see the Jazz play. We'll move that down. I appreciate the follow, Dario. Dario, they're hiding the Jazz game from us. The Jazz went up 11-2 and they said cut the cameras. If they're trying to protect the Warriors. The Warriors' egos were getting hurt in game 5 and they absolutely hid it from us. It's not on any broadcast. Oh, what a bunch of haters. Wow, wow, wow. Looks like we will not be able to see the end of game 5. By next, not next game, not our next series that they're going to have after this, but by tomorrow, hopefully, things will be clicking better on the Jazz's side. They just have some issues with their stream, which is why we've had to flip through broadcasts here. So we might just be cursed, as there are no broadcasts showing the Jazz's game. Let me just, still waiting. I guess we'll just pull up the Kings game while we're waiting. An unbelievable end to what was a great series. We only saw a snippet of it there before they went over to the Kings game. We will go over to the Lakers game for the time being. And trust me, I'm gonna keep looking. But there's probably not too long left in the game, especially with the beating the Jazz were looking to put on them. I'm scrolling, though. But both the alts are down. So, for the time being, we are looking at Kings versus Lakers. I know. They hid it from us. We went in there. The score was whatever it was, 11-2 or something, and they cut all the cameras. They hid the game. There's not a stream with it up. And as I mentioned, the Jazz were having some technical difficulties, so their team stream was not functioning. So I couldn't get it there, and the 2K League doesn't want us to see it. See, the Raptors-Knicks game just started. We still have our Lakers game going on here. All right, I went quiet there. I was okay. I'm listening to what Dirk was saying. So the Jazz did end up winning. So we can all clap it up. Give her golf claps here. The Jazz did end up winning. He said they come away with 10 points as they win that game 5 over the Warriors. That is what it looked like it was going to be from what we were able to see before they cut us over here to the Lakers game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, G-Man. They hid them from us. Maybe that's what it is. They're trying to protect Keena's image, CB's image. You know, the poster child of the league, Warriors reigning champs. They saw it get ugly. They didn't have a problem showing everything, you know, games 2, 3, and 4, but game 1 was hidden when the Jazz were flooding them, and game 5 was hidden when the Jazz were flooding. They didn't want us to see either one. But it was a great series nonetheless. I wish we could have seen the rest of it. So now we're going to be waiting for the Jazz's next series to start, which is why we're hanging around here. The Jazz did win. The Jazz did win the series. We didn't get to see it. The stream cut away to show the start of this game, but the Jazz pulled it out in game 5. So we have the Raptors and Knicks right now. We have this Lakers Kings game going on. So let's just see when this next Jazz series is. So it is going to be at 8:15. So what we're going to do, we're waiting for, they have to play this whole series out right here. It just started up. So I believe this is game 1 that just ended. We're going to take a short break. Keep an eye on this one. I'm going to have it playing here for a moment. I'm just going to go get some water. My name's Russ. You can call me Russ. Russ rebrands on Twitter and everything, but Russ will suffice for now. So I'm going to just go get some water, take a short break. This series could start even earlier, I believe. If the Kings series ends earlier. But I'm not sure how the league is going to go about that, if they're going to hold strict to the 8:15 or if they're going to cut it on earlier if the stream ends. But if you have to go get a snack, go get some water yourself. We'll be back here in just a little bit. It's scheduled for 8:15. See how long, how many games the King series goes. But this is your time. Take your short snack break. I'll be right back, guys.
Saw JT what Antoine Love was doing in 5s, like, damn, I wish I could have seen this man play 3s.
Yes, because the way he looked in 5s, I'm like, oh, brother, he's moving. Like, he actually made the Rookie of the Year race close. And this lineup is different than what I thought it would be. I thought the Raptors lineup, from what I've seen in a couple scrims, was Antoine Love, Ham, and Symptoms, but now it's Antoine Love, Crush, and Seam. I would have maybe thought it would be Antoine Love, Ham, and Crush, but guess it's, and then even on the Knicks side, no more Radiant. No more Radiant at power forward, but you know, they do have Feast now, which is one of our better bigs in the league, so not mad at it at all.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking seeing Feast, honestly, right? Because I think the reputation that he's had ever since 3 stars, that he didn't want to really be out there for threes all too much. So you thought maybe that would be the case, but solid pickups for New York. They got Feast, they got Sick, 2 local guys to New York. They're back home, so I'm really excited to see them whenever it gets to 5s, but still a lot of 3s they have to go with. But I'm assuming if maybe things start to go south, that could be a lineup they always bring on their back pocket. They did have success last year, but the thorn in their side was definitely Glow Navy, Glow Skitos. But JT, guess what? They didn't make it in the close qualifier.
Yeah, they lost the Mo buckets. So, you know? Oh, it pulled him in.
Oof. Oh, that's a tough one. Also to note, new head coach of Raptors Uprising GC, Nick Gartrell, formerly of T-Wolves Gaming. Impressive resume that he has. Oh, 50% great! Simo!
Don't the Knicks have a new head coach too?
Touch him.
Yeah, they got Nate Cole.
Yeah,
Season 1
Rudy,
Finals
moved up.
MVP.
There you go. Touch
Rudy
him.
moved up.
Oh, ball's going to be knocked away. Malik pops his takeover. That's where we see him shine continuously throughout his NBA 2K League career. He'll take the shot. He can't get it to go. Hard off the back of the rim, and there's a reach by Seam.
He has badge for so much longer. I feel like I think he could have just took the quick 2 there. But now, no. See right there. I don't mind the 2, but right there, since Malik has Antoine Love on him, he has to get back to that corner to where Malik just doesn't get doubled, because Antoine Love has badge too. So it was guard on guard as it is right now. See, just get on the 3, and now the guard can't get off of him. He's stuck.
Antoine Love will pull it out. He'll take the shot. He can't green it. Hard off the back of the rim for that one. A chance for the Knicks to win it. No, Seam knocks the ball away.
Big flukies.
Antoine Love going one-on-one. Crush gets it over to Seam. They'll go back to Antoine Love. Whatstick is in the play with under 10 seconds to work with 1 adrenaline bar. They feed Crush going down there on the slip, and he scoops it up and in with the left hand. But now it's game point coming out here for New York.
Stop.
Leak to Stick. He'll pump fake it. Kicks over to Feast. Nobody won
They
yet.
only need 2.
They go down to Sticky. Pump fakes it. Malik wide open. You gotta have it. Yes. Leaky comes through. Only 1 missed shot from behind the arc. 23-20. Knicks Gaming close it out.
I'm not sure I like leaving badge there. I don't mind the corner. Leaving badge, I don't like it.
Ugh. That was a tough layup. As we're back over here in this one. This is game number 2. 7-2 start coming out from LA. And would you guess it, JT? Shifty Kai with 5 of those 7 points.
I told you he's moving. Ooh, stand up. I told you I like I'm starting to see like guards that have the dribble canceled down. I think that's like step 1 to really being able to 3-hunt effectively, because being able to change directions like that will be tough to guard. But if you don't have that down yet as a guard, as it's Christmas right now for scoring, even though we're in February.
Hey, speak for yourself in Illinois.
All right. So you guys got a little taste there of Dirk and JT's commentating. What we're going to do is end the stream. We'll be back in just about an hour. It's scheduled for 8:15. You can keep an eye on all the other games. We will be playing this Kings team here in about an hour. So, like I said, we're going to be ending the stream. Keep an eye on the series. Keep an eye on the Utah Jazz Gaming Twitch channel. You can always go to the 2K League's Twitch. They have a link in there. That will take you to the new command center. It's Twitch Teams. You'll see all the team streams down there. Our stream, the Wizards, Raptors, whoever else is live at the time. So you can watch some other series, get an idea of what we're going to be going up against. Yep, 8:15 Eastern. So for anybody else, unanimous time, it's about an hour's time from now, wherever you're at. I know we have a lot of people out west, a lot of people in Mountain Time as well. So just about an hour from now, We will be back up. So make sure you guys tune back in. I appreciate all you guys hanging around. It's sad we didn't get to see the Game 5 of the Jazz, but they did pull out their first series. Great to get the season started like that. I'll see you guys back here in an hour